Hello, this is Al, Red Sox fan, and we're back. We had some technical difficulties with OBS. I believe I fixed it, and we're going to try to get through this game. It is the third quarter, 3:41 left to play. The 1958 Baltimore Colts 21 on 3 touchdown runs, one by Amici, one by Moore, and one by, I think it was Call. And Indianapolis has only been able to put up a field goal, and Indianapolis has the ball with Payton Manning on the field. 3rd and 3 to go on their own 12. Rhodes and Utech in the backfield. Utech the blocking back. Harrison and Wayne the wideouts. Clark the tight end. 3rd and 3. We're going to play all-purpose tight defense, and we're going to Dominic Rhodes out of the backfield for the run. Keying Rhodes. Manning's going to throw. Medium pass to Reggie Gross. Pass is a little high, but Gross comes down with a great catch.
First down.
Gain of 10 yards and a first down at the 22. So 1st and 10 on the 22. Peyton Manning gets up to the line of scrimmage. Harrison and Prohl the wideouts. Clark the tight end. Rhodes the running back. Utech the blocking back. Linebacker blitz. Tight coverage. Okay. Pellington on the blitz. Manning moves back in the pocket. Quick toss to Ricky Prohl. Prohl makes the grab at the 24. He's hit immediately, but he doesn't go down until Don Shinnick gets him. But he's picked up 13 yards, and it's 1st and 10 on the Indy 35. So back-to-back first downs for the Colts of Indianapolis. .2:15 left in the third quarter. Indy trailing by 18. Play all-purpose defense tight, doubling Dallas Clark. Manning looking at the double coverage Clark. Short pass to Wayne, incomplete. So again, it is a very rainy day here in Baltimore Memorial Stadium. Muddy field, 24 degrees and windy. It's a downpour. It is a monsoon, and the Indy Colts, a dome team, have not performed well at all. Colts go to 3 wideouts on 2nd and 10. Harrison, Wayne, and Prohl. The tight end is Dallas Clark. Lone running back behind Manning, Joseph Adai. Bump and run coverage. Extra defensive back shadow the quarterback. We're going to double Clark and Harrison. 2nd and 10. Bump and run coverage. Manning's going to throw, looking for Reggie Wayne. Corner route. He has the ball at midfield over the 40. Breaks inside at the 30, over the 20. And he's hauled out of bounds by Johnny Sample. Gain of 54. It'll be 1st and 10 on the Baltimore 11. It's Peyton Manning trying to lead the Indy Colts back into this game. He found the open receiver as Harrison and Clark were double covered. Manning under center. Utech the blocking back. Adai the running back. Harrison and Moorhead the wideouts. Clark the tight end. All-purpose tight. Keying Clark. 1st and 10 from the 11. Double coverage on Clark. There's a flag on the play. False start, I think.
False start.
Yes, false start in the offense. That's going to back him up 5 yards. So we'll make it 1st and 15 from the Baltimore 16. We're going to go standard zone, extra defensive back on the 1st and 16. Manning's going to throw. Nope, it's a draw to Adai. Picks up 4 yards. Tackled by Art Donovan. Brings up 2nd and 11. I believe this will be 2-down territory for the Indy Colts, trailing by 18. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Again, we're going to play standard zone, extra defensive back. Try to flood the passing lanes. Ball goes to Rhodes. Picks up 3 yards, brought down by Jackie Simpson as he knocks him out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and 8. And it looks like Wayne can return when needed. So Wayne got his breather and he's back out on the field. 3 wideouts for the 2006 Indianapolis Colts. Harrison, Wayne, and Stokely. The tight end is Clark. The running back is Adai. 3rd and 8 from the Baltimore 9. They can pick up a first down at the Baltimore 1. Bump and run coverage. Extra defensive back. Shadow the quarterback. Doubling Clark. And Wayne. 3rd and 8 from the 9. Manning back to pass. Nope, it's a draw. Adai up the middle. He's barely touched. He's in for the score on the 9-yard run. Touchdown, Adai. And Adai now has 14 carries, 108 yards, and a touchdown in this muddy weather, rainy weather. Indianapolis trails by 12. Extra point will bring him within 11. Vinatieri. The kick is up and good. So it's now 21-10. We have ourselves a ball game still. 13 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Vinatieri will be kicking off. 58 Colts. I don't know if an onside kick will work on this muddy field. Lyles and Richachar back for the kickoff. Vinatieri.
Flag on the play.
There's a kickoff. There's a flag.
Offsides.
Offsides on the offense. The
Kicking team.
Yep. Back it up. So, offsides on the kicking team. They're going to have to repeat the kickoff, moving back 5 yards. Here's the kickoff. Return to 12 yards by Radishar. Another flag on the play.
Receiving team.
So, clipping on the receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. And here comes Johnny Unitas with 7 seconds left in the 3rd quarter and an 11-point lead. And 1st and 10 on their own 13. And this field has just become a muddy, muddy swamp. Windy, cold, and a downpour. Michi and Moore will be in the backfield, along with Jack Call. And we're going to hand it off to Allen Amici. This should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Indianapolis playing run. They're keying Moore. Amici has the ball on the counter. And he is brought down for a 2-yard loss by Robert Mathis. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 12. So 15 minutes to play here at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The 1958 Colts 21. The 2006 Indianapolis Colts 10. 2nd and 12. On the Baltimore 11, Johnny Unitas under center. Lenny Moore will go back out to the flanker position. Amici and Call will be in the backfield. Barry and Muchler, the ends. Play action fake. Gonna look for Barry on the medium short on the 2nd and 12. Indianapolis expecting an inside run. They're keying Amici. Play action. Unitas is going to throw to Barry. Pass is poorly thrown over the head of Barry, as the wet ball, muddy field could contribute to that throw. And it's now 3rd and 12. 14:52 to play. 11-point lead for the 58 Colts. Draw to Jack Call. Standard zone for Indy. They're playing pass. It's a draw to Call. He's got some daylight. Pops through the hole. He picks up 9 yards. Tackled by Cato June. That'll leave them 3 yards short. Slow down. Here comes the punt team, Ray Brown. Brown has not been stellar in the punting game in this bad weather. Back to receive is Terrence Wilkins. Here's the punt. Short punt. Wilkins catches the ball at the 43, heads towards the sideline, gaining nothing. But even without gaining anything, Indianapolis has great field position. 1st and 10 on the Baltimore 43. 14 minutes and 1 second left in this ball game. Indy has 2 wideouts, Harrison and Wayne, tight end Clark, blocking back Utech, running back Rhodes. Play all-purpose tight defense, doubling Rhodes on the run. Baltimore playing the run, keying Rhodes. It's a run by Rhodes, and nothing there. Stuffed at the line of scrimmage by Odell Brass. 2nd and 10. 13-16 left in the ball game. Standard zone, extra defensive back. The ball goes to Adai. Picks up 4 yards on the short side of the field. Will leave a 3rd and 6, 12:38 to play in the game. Manning under center. Adai with him in the backfield. Harrison, Wayne, and Stokely the wideouts. Clark, the tight end. 3rd and 6. We're going to send a linebacker blitz. Tight coverage. Extra defensive back. Doubling Clark. Here we go. 3rd and 6. Big play here. Indy back to pass. Pellington on the blitz. Clark double coverage. Screen pass to Harrison. And Zeminski goes for the interception. He deflects the ball. Incomplete. Nice play by Zemanski. And Baltimore has forced Indianapolis to punt the ball. I'm surprised. They're going to punt. Well, I guess on 4th and 6, 12:30 to play. We'll set up the return here. Smith out to punt. Kalsaf back. He's had a couple of big miss. Hunter. Poor snap. And Baltimore lets the ball roll in the mud. It's only a 19-yard punt. But that's not too bad, actually. As it's 1st and 10 on the Baltimore 20. I shall be back in a moment. And we are back. Thank you for your patience. A little more technical difficulties. I think that's fixed now. So it's 1st and 10 for the Baltimore Colts on their 20. Amichi's now in the -1 category. So we're going to go slow down. And we're going to go outside run with Allen Amici. Run blitz by Indianapolis. Amici on the run. Knocked out of bounds by Reed. Loss of 1. 2nd and 11. And the clock stopped. Didn't want that. Try to pop it to the outside. That didn't work. Draw to Jack call. Rainy, windy, muddy, cold. They're doubling Barry on the pass. It's a draw to call. Call cuts back into the hole. Picks up 7. Finally brought down by Bethea. And that'll be 3rd and 4. 11:27 left in the game. And again, we're going to go draw to call. 3rd and 4. Bump and run coverage by Indy. Doubling Moore on the pass. Draw play to Jack Call. Parker leads the way. He springs Call. Tripped up by Goss, but he picks up 13 yards and a first down. As Baltimore grinding out the first downs here. 10:44 left in the game. 1st and 10 on the Baltimore 39. Amici and Call in the backfield. Moore the flanker. Barry and Mutchler the ends. Amici will come off the field. And Lenny Lyles will come in, so it'll be Call and Lyles. And it's going to be a draw to Lenny Lyles. Indianapolis expecting the inside run. They're key and Call. It's a counter draw to Lyles. And he is brought down after only a gain of 1. 10 minutes left in the ball game. 2nd and 9 from the Baltimore 40. Lenny Moore will now go in the backfield. So it's Moore, Call, and Lenny Lyles. And we're going to go draw to Jack Call once again. Indy playing for the run. They're key and Call.
Encroachment. Defense.
So encroachment on the defense stops the play. We're going to pick up 5 yards on that from the line of scrimmage. And it's now 2nd and 4. 9:51 left in the ball game. The 1958 Baltimore Colts 21. The 2006 Indianapolis Colts 6. Amici comes back in the ball game. Lyles goes out. Draw play Allen Amici on the 2nd and 4. Indy playing run. They're keying Moore. Unitas back to pass. Draw to Amici. Nowhere to go for Amici. Stopped. Gains a couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd and 2. 9:06 to play. As Baltimore continues to slow down. 3rd and 2. Third and 2. Play action. Short pass to Raymond Berry. Indy playing the inside run. Keying Moore. Play action to Call. Unitas. Plenty of time. He's forced to run. Flag on the play. Unitas breaks loose. Picks up 13 yards. Brought down by O'Neal. Holding.
Offense.
The first down scramble by Johnny Unitas is nullified due to the holding call. And what would have been a huge first down now becomes a 3rd and a tremendously tough 12 in this horrible weather. 24 degrees out. Cold rain and wind. It's more like sleet now. And a horribly muddy, cold field. Footing is treacherous. 3rd and 12. Draw to Lenny Moore. 8:54 left in the game. Baltimore up by 11. They're keying Moore on the pass, doubling Barry. Unitas, draw, Moore cuts left. Picks up 8 yards. 4th and 4. On the Baltimore 45, and here comes the punt team, Ray Brown. He has not been stellar. He needs to get this punt off, though. And max punt protection. Offense sacrifices return yardage to try and prevent punt block. I think they're going to come after the punt. We're going to go max protect. Here comes the punt. Eubank. Everyone's the block, trying to protect against the block. Brown gets the punt off, and Wilkins with a fair catch. And Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts will start 1st and 10 on their own 30 with 8:01 to play, and they trail by 11. Manning under center. A die in the backfield. Harrison, Wayne, and Prohl, the wideouts. Dallas Clark, the tight end. We're going to play a standard zone, extra defensive back. Try to keep everything in front of us. Here's a snap. It's a run by a die. Brought down near the sideline by Brass. Gain of 3. 7:42 left in the ball game. 2nd and 7 from the Indianapolis 33 again. We're going to play a standard zone, extra defensive back. We'll give up yardage for time as long as it's not big chunks of yards. 2nd and 7. Manning's going to throw. It's a draw to Rhodes. And Burchickshire holds him to a 1-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and 6. So again, they go back to that draw. As original prognosis, what was the technical difficulties? Well, OBS kept shutting off. I found out my internet connection, which was working fine for my Kindle, had somehow stopped working on my computer. I had to reset the stupid whatever that IP address line is, which all I did was let the computer fix it. And then it happened again, where OBS was starting to freak out, so I did something else. What do you use to record, Devin? Thank you for sticking with me. I'm going to try to get through this quickly. I've had a lot of difficulty streaming the past few times. All right, 3rd and 6. 2 wideouts. Harrison and Wayne, the tight end, is Clark. Blocking back is Utek. And he can catch the ball out of the backfield. He's got 1 reception still in him. So does Rhodes, and they're B receivers. So you got 1, 2, 3. All 5 guys can catch. Even Clark's a C, but when you're double covering other people, Clark's wide open. We're going to play 3rd and 6. We are going to play standard zone, extra defensive back. Again, I'll give up yardage, not big chunks, but for time. And we'll hit OK. 3rd and 6. We're in a zone, extra defensive back. Marvin Harris on the square out. Oh boy, he's got running room. And he gets out of bounds at the 38. That's a gain of 20. Ooh, flag on the play. Holding.
Personal foul.
Oh, that's on us.
Defense.
So a late hit out of bounds will tack on another 15 yards. That's not what we needed.
1st down.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 with the additional 15 yards on the personal foul on the Baltimore 23. Oh, so you also use OBS. I like it. I mean, it's free and it works usually well, but it's had a few hiccups. I thought there was an update, but I checked and there's no update. No. All right, 1st and 10, 7:06 to play. Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts of 2006 trail by 11 over the 58 Colts in the lead here, trying to hold on down the stretch. We're like bump and run coverage. Shadow the quarterback. And we're going to key Marvin Harris. So we're doubling Harris. Bump and run coverage, extra defensive back. Wayne's the intended receiver. Quick toss, incomplete. As Shinnick was blanketing him. Say that 10 times fast. 6:57 left in the game. Manning under center. Utek the blocking back with him. Wayne, Moorhead, and Prohl the wideouts. Clark the tight end. Standard zone, extra defense. You know what? I don't want that. Get out of that. I like the bump and run coverage. I don't want Manning to have these guys running through the zone. Extra defensive back. Shadow the quarterback. We're going to watch Utech and Clark. Doubling Utech and Clark. Manning's going to pass. Dumps it to Utech on the outside. Shinnick gets his hand on it and breaks it up. So they did go to Utech. See, you can't just always assume when you're playing this that they're going to go to their A receivers. A lot of times, I mean, Dallas Clark made a living out of other guys getting doubled. And he would just get open. And if it was a zone coverage, he would kill zone coverages, Dallas Clark. He'd find the seam. He'd hook in the zone, hook between the zone. He'd stop, and him and Manning had just great reads together. So it's 3rd and 10, 6:50 to play. Definitely 2-down territory here for the Indianapolis Colts and Peyton Manning. Harrison, Wayne, and Prohl, the wideouts. Clark, the tight end. Utech, the lone running back. Again, we're going to play bump and run coverage. I think if we play zone, they're going to chew it up. Extra defensive back, shadow the quarterback. Doubling Clark and Reggie Wayne this time. Bump and run coverage, doubling Clark and Wayne. Manning drops back in the pocket. Looking for Utech, medium pass, and Bill Pellington knocks it away. So again, they went to their blocking back out of the backfield. But Bill Pellington, Johnny on the spot, brings up 4th and 10, and Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis offense stays out on the field with 6:41 to play, and they trail by 11. The 58 Baltimore Colts 21, the 2006 Indianapolis Colts 10. Again, muddy, cold, damp field. Now the rain is changed over pretty much to freezing rain. 4th and 10. Bump and run coverage. Extra defensive back. Shadow the quarterback. Double Clark. And Dominic Rhodes. Here we go. Manning. Back to pass. Looking for Clark on the outside. Complete even into double coverage. And it's only a gain of 4, and they will turn it over on downs as Manning had to get rid of the ball. He forced it into Clark, hoping that he could break a tackle, but Bill Pellington brought him down out of bounds. It was only a gain of 4, turnover on downs. Here comes Johnny Unitas, and the Baltimore Colts of 1958 have to chew up 6 minutes and 34 seconds of clock, and they will be victorious in this game. Manning versus Unitas. Amici, Moore, and Call in the backfield. Full house backfield. Barry and Mutchler, the ends. And it's going to be an inside run to Call. Indy keying the run, expecting more, but it's going to go to Call on the counter. And he picks up 2 yards. And again, we're playing the slowdown. Clock's down to 5:49 to play. Indianapolis will start using their timeouts pretty soon. 2nd and 8. We are not putting the ball in the air. It's going to be an inside run to Alan Amici. And they're playing pass, keying more. Amici gets the call. Brought down by Giordano. Amici picks up 5 yards. That's his first positive gain in his past 4 carries. It's now 3rd and 3, 5:04 left in the ball game. And again, we're going to give the ball to Alan Amici. He's -4 on carries, but we're going to give it to him. They're keying more. Counter with Amici. Raheem sheds his blocker. Amici gets a couple of yards, and he'll just come up short. 4th and 1. And now Al, Red Sox fan, has to control his inner idiot and punt the ball. As I want to go for it, but that would be stupidity. All right, so Ray L. Brown will come out to punt. We're going to max protect, as I think Indianapolis will come with the block. Terrence Wilkins back to receive. Max protect for the punt. And it's not a good punt as usual. A return of 10 by Wilkins on the 30-yard punt, and great field position once again for the Indianapolis Colts. 1st and 10 on the Baltimore 48, 4:11 to play. We still have a ball game, folks. Indianapolis trails by 11. Payton Manning under center. The running back is Joseph Adai. The wideouts, Harrison, Wayne, and Prohl. The tight end, Clark. We're going to play bump and run coverage. Shadow the quarterback. Extra defensive back. We're going to double Harrison and Wayne, as I think they're going to start going downfield. I'm not going to play the sidelines because if they do go down the middle of Clark, he'll be wide open. So we're not going to double Clark, but we're not going to play the sidelines. Bump and run coverage. Harrison and Wayne doubled. Manning back to pack. And it's a draw to a die. 4 yards. Tackled by Donovan. We'll take that all day. We're not calling timeout. And Indianapolis still has not called timeout. 3:47 left in the game. We'll give them 4 yards at a time. That's fine. We're up 11. Okay, again, we're going bump and run coverage. Indy has Wayne, Moorhead, and Stokely as the wideouts. Clark, the tight end, Adai, the running back. Extra defensive back, Shadow, the quarterback. And we're going to double cover Wayne. Moorhead and Stokely are D. They can still make catches, but if we double them, the odds of them catching it are nothing. I'm going to have to double Clark. So Wayne and Clark I'm doubling. Shadowing Manning. Double coverage on Wayne and Clark. Manning sets
Flag
up in
on
the
the
pocket.
play.
Flag on the play.
False start. Offense.
Ooh. Manning none too happy with his offensive line. False start. Backs him up 5. So 2nd and 11. And now we're mix it up. We're going to go standard zone, extra defensive back. Give him a different look. Fletcher's in the backfield. The wideouts are Wayne, Moorhead, and Prohl, tight end, Clark. So we're going zone, extra defensive back. Manning drops back to pass, medium pass to Fletcher. Fletcher is well covered by Sample, but Manning threads the needle. Fletcher has it at the 42, immediately forced out of bounds by Brown. Only a 7-yard gain. So Brown, again, linebacker / defensive back and punter. That's the way they played in 58. So it brings up 3rd and 4, but more importantly, the clock stopped. We didn't like that. 3rd and 4, definitely 2-down territory, as Indianapolis has the ball on the Baltimore 42. Bump and run coverage, extra defensive back, shadow the quarterback. We're going to double Wayne and Harrison, as they have Harrison, Wayne, and Moorhead the wideouts. Clark, the tight end, Adai, the running back. Here's the snap. Manning drops back. Primary double. Great protection. He has time. He's looking around. He throws to Gross. But the ball is thrown right at Don Shinnick. He tips it away. So we were doubling Harrison and Wayne. And Shinnick, Johnny on the spot, knocks the ball away. And it's going to be 4th and 4. 3:31 to play in the ball game. 58 Colts with an 11-point lead. 4th and 4. Bump and run coverage. Extra defensive back again. Shadow the quarterback. Clark. We're going to double Clark and Harrison. This is it. They got to pick it up if you're an Indianapolis Colts fan. And it's a run by Rhodes, and he picks up 7 yards. What a gutsy call brought down by Bill Pellington. And it's 1st down. What a call. They called the run on the 4th and 4. We're not calling timeout, and neither do the Colts of Indianapolis. 3:05 left in the ballgame. 1st and 10 on the Baltimore 35. They still have, each team has their full allotment of timeouts, 3 apiece. Bump and run coverage. The 2 wideouts for Indianapolis, Wayne and Harris. Tight ends Clark, Rhodes, and Utek in the backfield. I formation. Shadow the quarterback, extra defensive back. We're going to double Harrison And Clark again. Here's a snap. Manning drops back, looking. He holds the ball. It's a draw play. And Shimonik. It was a draw by Manning. Wow. And Manning struggling to his feet. But he's indicating to Dungy he wants to stay in the game, so Manning calls his own number on a really horrible play call. And it'll be 2nd and 6. We're not calling timeout. And still, the Indianapolis Colts do not call timeout. 2:39 left in the game. They need 3 scores. Well, no, I'm sorry. 2 touchdowns. I'm sorry. All right. 2nd and 6. Bump and run coverage. Extra defensive back. Shadow the quarterback. Doubling Harrison and Wayne. We're not going to play the sidelines, though. Medium sideline pattern to Fletcher. Broken up by Talsif. 3rd and 6. 2:33 left in the ball game. Rinse and repeat. Bump and run coverage. Extra defensive back. Shadow the quarterback. Take away their deep threats. Pro, you can go deep too. But he's in the red. And Clark can go deep, but these are their main deep threats, Harrison and Wayne. 3rd and 6. Let's see what Payton Manning can do. Manning sets up in the pocket. First choice double, looking for his second target. Goes to his binky. Clark on a corner route. And Clark makes the catch. Gain of 20. Pushed out of bounds by Brown. So I don't cover his binky. And he goes to him. 2:23 left in the game. Wow, it's long. 1st and 10 at the Baltimore 11. Play all-purpose defense tight. And gonna double Clark. Here we go. Manning drops back to pass. Looking for Utech out of the backfield. The ball's deflected in the end zone. Intercepted by Brown. And he kneels down for the touchback. So the punter intercepts the ball. Punter slash linebacker slash defensive back. And another turnover for the Colts. And that could be the final nail in the coffin. What a play. And here comes Johnny Unitas, looking to run out the final 2 minutes and 13 seconds of clock. Let's go to the box score here quickly. Turnovers. Indianapolis, 8 turnovers. You're not going to win a game that way. Wow. Well, we've done a fairly good job on defense, I would say. Alright, let's just grind this thing out here. And Michi will be out of the game. It's going to be Lyles, Moore, and Call in the backfield. Berry and Mutchler, the ends. The ball will not go in the air. Playing slow down. And we're going to run an inside run with Lenny Lyles. Come on, Lenny. Couple of yards here, son. They're keying more on the run, the Indy is. Lyles is hit hard and goes down after 2 tough yards. And 2-minute warning. Again, Indianapolis does not call timeout, which I could see. But now they're going to start calling timeouts. And again, we're going to go inside run to Lenny Lyles. Indianapolis key and call. Lyles gets the carry. He's hit at the line, goes down immediately, no gain. 3rd and 8.
Timeout.
And finally, Indianapolis calls timeout. 1:52 left in the ball game. 30 and 8. Draw to Lenny Moore. Bump and run coverage by the Colts. They're playing pass. They're keying more on the pass. Unitas back to pass. Draw to Lenny Moore. Picks up 6 yards. It's tripped up. 4th and 2.
Timeout.
And Indianapolis calls timeout. 1:43 left in the game. Brown will come out to punt. We'll go max protect. They're going to be coming after the punt, I feel. Everyone's in the block. Here comes the block attempt. The kick is away. It's a poor punt, but the bad weather will Hopkins has it for no gain. It's only a 30-yard punt, but more importantly, a minute 35 left in this ball game. And Indianapolis trailing by 11. They need 2 touchdowns to win it. We're going to play a deep zone, extra defensive back. Sidelines. Here we go.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Wayne running a corner route. Johnny Sample on the coverage, incomplete.
Defense.
Oh my God. Really? Offsides? So the front four, someone in the front four of Marchetti, Limpskin, Donovan, and the other gentleman who I can't remember, someone jumped. So 1st and 5 again. We're going to play a deep zone, extra defensive back. 1:26 left in the ball game. Medium sideline pattern to Utech, and tipped away by Johnny Sample. Now Johnny Sample also played with Weeb Eubank on the 1968 Jets Super Bowl team. So he's on the 58 Colts NFL title winner and the 1968 New York Jets Super Bowl winner. So 2nd and 5, deep zone, extra defensive back, rinse and repeat, don't do anything stupid. Medium short to silent, Stokely makes the catch, 8-yard pickup, and did he get out of bounds? Nope.
Timeout, offense.
And Indianapolis, I believe, used their last timeout. They did, so they have no timeouts left. A minute 10 left in the game, trailing by 11. 1st and 10 on the Baltimore 45. Again, we'll play a deep zone, extra defensive back. Oh, I forgot to go sidelines. Manning's going to throw. Doesn't have much time. He takes off running, and he's forced out of bounds. No! Manning. So he was running. Oh, he's forced outside. Now he's running upfield. He picks up 9 yards and then gets knocked out of bounds. I thought outside was out of bounds. So it brings up 2nd and 1, 59 seconds left in the ball game. We're going to play deep zone. Play the sidelines. We'll give up the 1st down. Reggie Rain. Short out pattern, pulled down by Wayne at the 30. Picks up 70 and a 1st down. Gets out of bounds. Clock stops. 1st and 10. 50 seconds left in the ball game. Play standard zone now. Extra defensive back. Manning back to pass. Medium out to Harrison. Broken up by Talsef. 2nd and 10 from the Baltimore 29. Manning picking up a lot of yardage here in garbage time. So his stats aren't going to be horrendous. They're not going to be good. We'll see how they are at the end. Standard zone, extra defensive back. 42 seconds left in the ball game. There's a fumble on the exchange, a big pileup. Could this be Indianapolis' 9th turnover? And it is! Coming away from the scrum is Leo Sanford for the 58 Baltimore Colts, and that's all she wrote. Wow. And we're just going to kneel down here. Victory formation. Johnny Unitas will take the knee, and that should be the ball game. And that's it, folks. That's the ball game. The 1958 Baltimore Colts win comfortably 21-10. Leo Sanford has been voted today's MVP. 6 tackles on defense. 1 stuff. 2, I don't know what PDs are. He forced a fumble. He had 2 recoveries. Alan Amici finished with 119 rushing yards. And for the Indianapolis Colts, Joseph Adai has an identical 119 rushing yards. What's PD? Pass deflections, duh. So, Leo Sanford, most valuable player. I think Amici might have gotten it, but he had that big fumble that led to a score before the half for the Indianapolis Colts. So let's close that down, and now we'll go to the box score. So that was a fun game. Wow. So the Dome team just did not fare well in the bad weather. And we're just going to go to the recap real quick. Indianapolis turned the ball over 9 times. Baltimore, that one turnover, the Allen Amici fumble. You can't win when you turn the ball over 9 times. Go to the box score quickly. Payton Manning, 12 of 31, 181 yards, no touchdowns, 3 picks. Adai, 17 for 119. He had a 1 touchdown. His long was 49 yards. Rhodes, 15 for 36. And Manning, 6 for 5. Wayne had 4 receptions for 81 yards. Clark, 2 for 24. Harrison had a reception for 28 yards. Prohl for 13. Rhodes, 1 for 12. Utek, 1 for 8. Stokely, 1 for 8. Fletcher, 1 for 7. Johnny Unitas, 10 of 17, only 54 yards. He managed the game beautifully, called a great game. He made all the calls at the line of scrimmage and in the huddle. Allen Amici, 21 carries, 119 yards, a touchdown. His long was 29, but he did have that fumble. I think that's what prevented him from being co-MVP of the game. Moore, 7 carries for 82 yards and a touchdown. His long was 28. Call, 6 for 33. He had a touchdown. His long was 13. Lyles, 5 for 2. Pricer, 4 for 7. And Unitas, 4 for 1. Lenny Moore, 4 receptions, 24 yards. Barry, 3 for 27. Pricer, 1 for 4. Amici, 1 for no yards. And Lyles, 1 for -1 yards. The scoring goes as follows. In the first quarter, at the 5:57 mark, Amici scored from 2 yards out. Myra made the extra point, 7-0. Myra missed 2 field goals that really would have salted the game away early in the game. He missed a 23-yarder and a 20-yarder for the 58 Baltimore Colts. The Colts of Baltimore would score again at the 7:26 mark in the second quarter. Lenny Moore, 23-yard run as he bounced to the outside and got to the end zone on the muddy surface. Extra point good, 14-0. Then the Baltimore Colts, deep in Indianapolis Colt territory, we gave the ball to Allen Amici on an inside run, or it was a draw, I'm sorry. He picks up a decent amount of yards. I want to say he picked up the first down, and he fumbled the ball. It was recovered by Indianapolis. I think it was Mathis, and he ran it almost all the way back down for a touchdown. There was very little time on the clock. Baltimore threw Indianapolis and Peyton Manning threw an incomplete pass. Vinatieri came out and made the 27-yard field goal, and it was 14-3. Indianapolis had the ball first in the third quarter, but their drive came to naught. And then at the 9:54 mark of the third quarter, the Baltimore Colts in 1958 would get their third rushing touchdown as Call went in from 2 yards out, Myra kick, and it was 21-3. That's all the scoring that the Baltimore Colts would need. Adai would score with 13 seconds left on a 9-yard touchdown run in the third quarter, and it made it 21-10. No scoring in the fourth quarter. Ball game over. The last attempt was picked off by, I think it was Pellington in the end zone. No, who was it? Anyway, there was a pickoff in the end zone. And let's go back to defense now. And we'll call it a stream. The leading tackler for the Indianapolis Colts was June. He had 7 tackles and 1 assist. They got to Johnny Unitas a couple of times. Brock had a sack. And Mathis had a sack. Continue to scroll down. For the Baltimore Colts of 1958, Pellington, 5 tackles, 3 assists. They don't show picks on this. Oh, interceptions up here. Duh. Pellington had the interception. Brown had the final interception in the end zone, and he knelt down. And Sanford was the MVP. Leo Sanford, 3 tackles, 3 assists. I believe he had 3 deflections. You just played overall tremendous. The punting game and the kick game for the 58 Colts was awful, but the return game by Talsef was pretty good. Let's go to special teams. And Talsef, 3 returns, the average on kickoffs 22 yards. And Richard, 2 returns, averaging 16 yards kickoff. The punting and kicking was awful. Meyer was 0 for 2 for field goals, but 3 for 3 for extra points. Brown, 9 punts, 26 yards, basically an average. The weather was horrendous. Wind, rain, sleet, cold, mud, freezing ground. Go back to the recap. So again, Manning, 12 of 31, 181 yards, no touchdowns, 3 picks. Allen Amici, 21 carries, 119 yards, a touchdown. His long was 29. Lenny Moore, who was in the backfield and flanker, had 4 receptions for 24 yards. His long was 15 yards. He also rushed for 82 yards and a rushing touchdown on 7 carries. Sal, Red Sox fan, saying thank you very much to everyone who watched in the beginning. I wasn't able to say thank you to everyone, but I'm going to say thank you to the original Grognard. That's Devin. Check out his wonderful military strategy channel. Thank you to everyone else who was in the chat in the first stream. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. We had some technical difficulties. Until next time, health, happiness, take care, bye-bye, and God bless. Peace!